Welcome to Limitless Living, where we also bring you insights from the most successful and inspiring people in the world. In this video, we'll hear from Mark Cuban, a self-made billionaire, entrepreneur, and investor, to get his brutally honest advice on how to succeed in business and in life. And let me tell you, he doesn't hold back. He shares his thoughts on why you need to outwork everyone, the value of taking risks, and the importance of being honest with yourself. So, if you're ready to learn from one of the most successful people on the planet, then stay tuned. If you want to succeed in any field, you need to put in more effort than everyone else. Learn a little bit more, be a little bit smarter than everyone else, sell a little bit better than everyone else, and be a little bit more prepared than everyone else. The way I see it, you should always work as though someone is attempting to take all you have from you. Work as though someone is devoting their entire day to taking it all away from you. That's how hard you should be pushing yourself. I suppose it sums up my perspective too. Poor planning and insufficient effort account for the vast majority of failures. Simply said, they don't put in the effort necessary to learn anything. No matter where you go or who you talk to, there is always going to be some level of competitiveness. If you're going to have any kind of competition, then someone else is going to know your business just as well as you do when you first open shop. However, you will not succeed in a competitive market if your rivals are more familiar with the industry and your target demographic than you are. Yet, most individuals don't think about the fact that they don't put in the effort. They don't educate themselves in their field, and they don't know the first thing about their own firm. Which is why you should make an effort to learn as much as possible about your field of work. That's the smart part, and that's the work part too. Because hey, if you're going to compete with me, you'd better know what you're doing, or I'll kick your butt, and you're not going to outwork me. It's the combination, by the way, that typically does in new enterprises in their early stages. I could see in a 5 to 10 minute interview that he was doomed as an entrepreneur. I can tell by how committed they are and how thoroughly they have researched and planned for this. Each given industry encompasses a wide variety of fields and specializations. The success or failure of your business depends on a combination of 1,000 different factors, all of which are right here before you. My business background allows me to put myself in his shoes and provide a list of the 900 most important things he must know. I can then ask about each item on the list and the extent to which he or she has already addressed it, providing some indication of how committed they are to the task at hand. I get it. You want the finest. You should focus on finding people who are both visionary and capable of helping you speed up your progress. As we discussed, you want to increase your pace since you are progressing. And then there were things that weren't part of those core talents that, if you brought in someone who believes they're a superstar, but is outside the sphere and they're there for whatever reason, maybe you have one customer you're trying to take care of. If someone is going to be a major source of trouble for you, you probably shouldn't have to foot the bill for them. A person's expectations are based on their own unique experiences, and so I think a better way to describe it may be beyond your area of expertise. You need to make sure that the new hire's vision and your own are compatible. This is the cultural fit. Knowing this, all I have to do is respond with, "Alright, what do you want to know?" When someone asks you, "What should I do?" you know something is wrong. And I want them to ask questions. However, some people believe that the only foolish questions are the ones you don't ask. Is that not correct? As your inquiries reveal more about you than your actions or words ever could. In particular, it reveals something about how you've been preparing. Questions regarding fundamentals that you should already know and have mastered will almost certainly result in your immediate elimination. At now second, if I'm not studying as much as I can and digesting everything as quickly as possible, someone else is going to kick my butt. The best way to feed your paranoia is to educate yourself. If you're competing with someone who knows more than you do, and you're not learning, if you don't know to learn, if you don't know how to study, if you don't have a hunger for learning and gaining information, you're going to come out on the losing end of that competition. I believe a moderate amount of suspicion is necessary. The question I ask myself before making any major decisions for any of my enterprises is, what would I do to kick my own butt? Well, it seems like no matter what you sell, someone is always attempting to drive you out of business. Someone is eyeing your company with the intention of cutting into your profits, and it would be wise to anticipate their strategies. That's paranoia, and you need to have it because you need to be able to predict what other people will do. Never underestimate the opposition either. This morning, I judged a student business plan competition, and one of the teams there was quite contemptuous of the other teams, which is something you should never do. They're out there trying to bring you down, and they're going to sit around doing nothing, so you'd better be excellent, very good, or you'll motivate them to work even harder, quicker, and better. Hence, it's important to have a firm grasp of your own strengths and weaknesses, as well as an accurate assessment of the strengths and weaknesses of others around you. That's why you need to set yourself apart. On the other hand, if you study it and discover methods to include it, which may or may not involve you, then you may benefit greatly. All you need to do is locate the appropriate individuals who possess the necessary understanding and skills. After that, you're ahead of the game. My own opinion is that cutting out the middleman and building direct connections yields far better results. And the money you put away in the bank may be the difference between success and failure for your small business. That's why lacking an understanding of accounting puts you at a disadvantage if you plan to own and operate a business. There's always good and bad in every circumstance, but everything that matters is whether or not you're making decisions for yourself. Are you making an effort to steer your own course? How's it going? Are you set up for success? Are we at the halfway point? Is the glass half full or half empty? Don't worry about it. Put the water in the pouring position. From my experience, I know that if you dedicate yourself to a goal, you will eventually achieve it. You won't stop at asking others for their opinion. Instead, you'll investigate independently and make up your own mind. There is no danger if you are well prepared and aware of the prerequisites. Find a way to get there though. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed, all it takes is for you to be right that one time. Now that the video is over, what do you guys think? Will you start your journey today? Comment down your answers below. Don't forget to like this video, and since you're already here, you might as well subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on great new videos. Thank you for watching.